We are north of the border in Toronto, and the retractable roof is closed for comfort. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Oakland A's and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hyunjin Ryu will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Matt, he reminds me, he's the closest thing that I've seen to David Wells. You watch him throw, he's 89 to 93 miles an hour, kind of a big, loopy overhand curveball. Does have the hard strider and the changeup. A good athlete for a big guy. You'll know if he's on early. He has to get his breaking pitches over to make his fastball effective.
And Dan, D-Row, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty V, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
Called strike 2 as he locks him up there.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Mark, how do they go about breaking out the brooms on the road?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in the car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Ryu has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Into the box now, Marcus Semien. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He'll enter play here with an average of .314, 7 homers, and 14 driven in. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Just getting started at the Rogers Center. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. The 1-2. And another foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare. A guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
He spoils another one, and will do it again. 2 out, nobody on. Ripped on the ground to first. Tellez scoops it up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Frankie Montas gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Shoots this one over to first. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they want it to. Lead off single in the bottom of the first after their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board. Boys are flying around.
Into the box, number 13. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, Dero, that's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
You know, I'm looking forward to see what this guy can do in that 5-hole. Looking at the stats, he's hitting over 400 versus right-handed pitching this season. He's obviously facing a right-hander on the mound today, so guys, he could.
Olsen right there. Oh, what a stop on the slide. What a play. An inning in the books. No score here on the show. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olsen. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Matt Olsen.
Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Hey, Dero, you better be up there ready to swing with Ricky Holiday behind the plate, particularly on that high pitch.
Yeah, no, I don't like that, Dan. As an offensive player, that's the one pitch that you almost can't get to with a power guy on the mound. I'm okay with you giving a little bit on the corners. When you start giving north, it makes it super tough on the hitter. All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And let's take a look at Travis Shaw. The calling card's the bat. Left-handed power, the ability to manipulate both gaps, but also a very adequate, very underrated defender on both corners, both first and third.
2-0 the count to the A's left fielder. 2-0 count, the pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Well, the pitcher's got to respect that. Third baseman getting dirty right there, trying to save him some extra bases.
The third baseman, Matt Chapman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. Line to the right side. Hernandez is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Batting 7.
And that brings up Chad Pinder.
Chad Pinder.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. In the dirt, and now let's see. In time as he just gets the tag down. Nothing doing there for the A's. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. To the plate, Rowdy Tellez. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
Number 44.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Back up the middle. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however, and he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And let's take a look at the guy playing shortstop up the chute today, and that's Marcus Semien. This has been a work in progress. He's had to grind, take countless hours of ground balls and work on his accuracy. But don't get it twisted. He's made some big highlight reel plays, and if you miss middle, we all know the power he has.
Throw gets him, 2 down. So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone, and striding into the plate next will be Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit back up the middle. Simeon's there. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. Striding in, Chad Pinder comes into this one with just 1 hit in 9 tries for the series.
Chad Pinder.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
2 balls and a strike now. Now the 2-1 pitch is in there for the 2nd strike. Swing and a liner, and that'll slice just foul at the last moment. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1.
Batting 8th, the designated hitter, Mark.
1 gone for the A's here in the 3rd. And striding in to bat next, it'll be Mark Canha. Here comes the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. 3rd inning, no score to this point. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Hit sharply on the ground, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Stepping in now, Josh Phegley. 0-1 the count. Phegley swings and throws from the right side and stands at 5'10". He was a 1st-round pick back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice pick.
Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 2 for him on the year. And Oakland has moved out in front here 2-0.
Yep, this is why you just can't rely on one pitch. These are the best hitters in the world. And when they know what's coming, they're going to jump all over it just like he did there.
The right fielder, number 8.
Here's Robbie Grossman. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he misses with it. 1-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches.
Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. That one's out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to left. 6th home run on the season for him, and the A's lead it now 3-0.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A swing and a ground ball to third. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Boy, this guy is off to some kind of series, and he's one of the better road hitters in all of baseball.
Yeah, and some guys just have a knack for lighting it up on the road, getting that good night's sleep, and finding a way to get to the yard early and work on their craft.
In now, Marcus Semien, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Semien tends to exploit left-handed pitching. Many hitters are better against opposite-handed arms, of course, but he's considered one of the best hitters in baseball in these types of matchups.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Swing hard liner to left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
3-0 to him now.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
Let's see what they throw Olsen on a 3-1 count.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. He gets under it and makes the catch in the deep part of the field. Now at the plate, Chris Davis. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. First offering on its way. Lays off 1-0.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
You can't go after that pitch with less than 2 strikes on you. There's no way you're going to do any damage with a ball executed down and away in the zone.
2 balls and a strike to count. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Hernandez is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on.
We're just about set to go here as the Blue Jays come to bat in the 3rd inning, and this is an offense that has really been productive this year. Within the league, they rank among the leaders in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. When asked about their offense, the players I talked with all brought up how multifaceted their talent is, saying they've got guys that can spray the ball around, guys that work counts and draw walks, and of course plenty of guys that can go deep and drive in runs. Their numbers certainly confirm that, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. 1-1.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. On the ground to the left side. The throw from his knees on to first, and a great play there by the A's third baseman. And as a legendary Bay Area voice may have said, holy Toledo. Up next is Danny Jansen. He swings and hits it foul off to the right. We'll start things here at 316. No home runs just yet, and 11 RBIs. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. One out, nobody on. Push to the right side, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Stepping in for the Jays, Bo Bichette. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit in the air down the right field line. Grossman giving chase, and a diving effort, but the ball kicks off the right fielder's glove, and he will pull into second with a two-out double.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Loved the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
Here comes the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Bichette stands at second with two gone. Towards second. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Danger averted following the two-out double. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Start of the fourth upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. We looked into the numbers, and as a team, they've had a contact rate of over 85% in this game, meaning that when they swing the bat, they're missing the ball less than 15% of the time. To put that into context, the very best teams in baseball usually are right around 80% for an entire season. So at least for today, they're displaying an amazing ability to put wood to ball.
All right, thanks, Heidi. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
Ryu now on 2-1. Easy there, big fella. 2-2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Biggio onto the grass, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, second base.
So the base is empty here with one away. And up next, the ever versatile Chad Pinder. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. That's popped up. And that'll get down for a base hit. He'll get it into second. And he will make it up to second as he advances on the throwing miscue. My goodness.
Designated hitter.
So now it's Mark Canha.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
2-0 now. Now the 2-0. Finds the zone, strike one.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
3-1 to him now. 3-1. Here it is. And that misses, ball 4. So with one out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Up next for Oakland, the catcher,
From the belt, kicks and deals. No balls and 1 strike. Now the 0-1. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
1 ball and 2 strikes to the A's catcher. Fastball just missed above the zone.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout, or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. That's off the end of the bat, foul, and he might have been fortunate to stay alive that time. Payoff pitch one more time, and he misses again. Ball 4, and that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
the right fielder.
Stepping in, Robbie Grossman. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Pinder on third. Kenna on second. Fegley is over at first with 1 away. On a line, that's a base hit. 1 run scores. And they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up and they remain loaded here with still only 1 gone.
Number 22.
There's no way to sugarcoat it. It's been pretty bad for 3 1/3 innings so far. That's the 8th hit he's given up. And if he doesn't get his mind straight, he's going to be heading to the showers early.
First pitch on its way. In there, and it's 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Standing in now, Marcus Semien. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach. But if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Looking to leave him loaded. And he might get them all home as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. 1 run is scored. And he's in safely at third as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
Now, as a manager, you have to give your starter every opportunity to work his way out of trouble. But I think they went with him maybe 1 batter too long. The bases loaded double blows this thing wide open, and the starter's probably on his last legs now.
Tellez comes up with it. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. Striding forward now is the DH, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Guerrero, just a 19-year-old. This is his first year at the big league level. A ball and a strike. Takes this the other way to right. Grossman is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
That's one of those tough luck outs that'll drive you crazy as a hitter. He drove that fastball but couldn't get it down, so he has to take hard contact as a consolation.
Rowdy Tellez the next to bat, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. A base hit in his first trip. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Drilled down the line, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Davis going back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Up next for the Blue Jays,
here's Randall Grichuk.
Center fielder, Randall Grichuk.
Here's the first pitch to him. Slapped hard the opposite way. Grossman will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They still find themselves down 6. Here's Chris Davis now. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Two balls and 2 strikes, the count to Chris Davis. And here in just the 5th inning, this will be pitch number 100 here.
Boy, pitch count up near 100 right now, D-Row. And this is when you try to get to a good starting pitcher. Right now, looks like he's running on fumes.
Yeah, the manager's got to get a couple people up in the bullpen right now. One ball hits the gap. They get runners in scoring position. This game could be out of commission.
Ready with another 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game.
And an offline throw, but boy, look at him stretch out and keep the foot on the bag. Great concentration there for the first out. Number 14 will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Number 14.
Here comes the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Line drive to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
And that's a base hit right there on a hanging 2-strike changeup.
And that's one we like to call a hanger right there. You see it high, you let it fly. Nice job by the offensive player.
Lifted into the air out towards center field. Under this one is Grichuk, and there are 2 away now. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And striding into bat next, it'll be Mark Canha. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A called strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Got him looking, and that ends the inning. One left for Oakland. They lead it 6-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Davis is there, and he has it for the out.
Up next to the Blue Jays.
So one away here with the bases empty, and striding into the plate next will be Teoscar Hernandez. First offering on its way. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Lined hard toward right center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
In order to play at this level, you got to have unbelievable hand-eye coordination. That pitch wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to get perfect wood on that baseball.
Stepping up to the plate, Kevin Biggio. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Richard Arena will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Hernandez stands at first with 1 out. On the ground is short. This could be 2. There's 1. Relay to Olsen. They turn the double play, and that retires the side. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They won't. Richard Arena will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here. Stepping up now, Josh Begley. He'll be the one to start things out for Oakland in their half of the 6th inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. Tellez in foul ground. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Next up for the A's, Robbie Grossman. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. A ball and no strikes. Now it's 2-0.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Too high, and it's 3-0. And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here. Standing in, Ramon Laureano. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he takes ball 1. fly ball out to straightaway right.
Waiting on it is Hernandez.
2 gone. Digging in and looking for more, Marcus Semien. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. No balls and a strike to count. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. A shortstop behind with a 1-2 count. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Again, he sends it out of play.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. To the bottom of the 6th inning. Digging in now, Danny Jansen. He'll get us going for the Jays in their half of the 6th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Grossman is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Into the box now, Bo Bichette. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Pinder ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Left fielder.
Now at the plate, number 13. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
He's certainly done an amazing job right here, grinding to get early 2 outs with the number 2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line to the right side. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays go down. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. The A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But before it gets underway, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Number 67 gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
Number 67.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Chopper foul. Comes set and the 0-1. Popped straight up. Shaw in foul ground, and no one will track it down. Here's the 0-2. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Stepping into the box, Chris Davis. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. 2-1.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Right on the corner, 2-2. Here now the 2-2 is taken, ball 3. That's smoked, but right into the shift, and that's through for a hit.
Nice AB right there. Grinded it to a full count, bought himself a fastball and didn't miss it. Nice execution.
Into the box now, Matt Chapman. He's right there. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. One hit in the inning, but no one left. Bottom of the seventh. Get up and stretch here in Toronto. The A's lead it 6-0. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's popped up. Pinder will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
The batter, number 44.
At the plate, Rowdy Tellez. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Strike one to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Pinder moving to his right, and quickly there are 2 away.
The batter,
Settling in now, Rendell Grichuk. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Hernandez.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Well, the Blue Jays have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. They're hoping they get it right now. This would sure be a good time.
That evens it up 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Well, based on that swing, I'd say this guy's got his A-game fastball working right now. The only way you're going to get to that pitch is you got to make an adjustment and get that front foot down a little earlier.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Blue Jays leave a pair. Stepping into the box, Chad Pinder. He'll start us off in the 8th. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. Ball one. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Lined hard toward right center. And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Hit hard on the ground at first. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Now batting, the catcher, Josh Begley.
Striding into the box, Josh Begley. He homered back in the third inning in this one. Comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. A ball and a strike.
I got a ball, one strike.
The 1-1 home. In the dirt here. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, when a reliever comes in a game, he always wants to make a big impression, but I don't think uncorking a wild one was what he had in mind. Sometimes it takes a reliever a little bit of time to be comfortable on the mound out there, so we'll see if he can settle in.
And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first, but this will land untouched. Now the 3-2 pitch, and it's fouled away. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Robbie Grossman. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. Outside and low, 3-0.
If he concedes the walk here, he's in real trouble of giving up a big inning. It's not all that bad yet, but dealing with the bases loaded will make it pretty tough to wiggle out of.
Now batting,
The set and the pitch. And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0.
He came into a mess out of the bullpen, and it hasn't gotten any better. This is not a comfortable place to be, not even close.
Here's a drive toward the gap in right center, and that's going to split the alley for extra bases. 1 run scores. It's cut off, so all 3 runners are in to score.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit which leads to another.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Sharp ground ball to third. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So here's the cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. He has no prior history against this pitcher. 0-1 the count. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2 as he chases the slider.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch, that slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in, and still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit. Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Chris Davis is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. 3 runs already home here. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Another 1-2 delivery. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly. At the plate, Matt Chapman. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike one. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Chapman swings, and this one's hit very well out to left. Richard going back to the track, and he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Digging in, Richard Arena. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a liner. And there's one away.
Now batting, number 9.
Digging in to try it again, Danny Jansen. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes this the other way to right. Grossman is there. 2 down.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard, good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
Popped him up. Olsen moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So stepping in, Chad Pinder. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Fly ball out toward left center field. Gurriel on the move. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, the designated
at the plate, Mark Hanna. These two have not faced each other at the major league level. They'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. One out, nobody on. 1-2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Line towards center field. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
The 1-1 takes a pitch for strike number 2. Kenna, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Line drive to center field. In there, a base hit.
Danny, I know that's not the execution he was looking for right there. That batter's eyes lit up on that pitch.
Not a real good changeup. One of the things, Mark, this pitcher will do, he'll use that changeup like most pitchers will use the curveball. His changeup is that good. That one wasn't, though.
And this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Grounded to third. Shaw fields it cleanly, and that's the 2nd out. So coming to the plate, Ramon Laureano. And he had that big 3-run bases clearing double in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Hernandez is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. A's strand a couple, but they still hold a 10-0 lead. Standing in, number 13. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Here comes the first pitch. A bouncer up the middle, taken in by Simeon. Throw on to first, and now the Jays are down to their final out. Striding in once again, Rowdy Tellez. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
No balls and a strike to count. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Final strike for the Blue Jays. High and deep to straightaway right. Grossman going back on it, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. The relay not in time, and he's in there with a double.
As we take a look at this one, you can see he puts a good swing on it, but I don't think he got her just enough to put some backspin to get it out of here. But hard to complain about a well-hit double, though.
Into the box, Rendell Grichuk, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes set with the 0-1. Swing and a liner. Throw on to first. He'll be in time to take care of him, and the A's have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over. 10-0, the final shutout.